Good evening, buenas tardes, aquí estamos otra vez. Here we are once again. Let's hope that we have a good connection tonight. Esperemos que tengamos una buena conexión hoy. Pues hoy he llegado un poquito por los pelos. He tenido otro día muy ocupado. I arrived a little bit cutting it close. I've had a very busy day. I'm honored to have been asked to provide some more content for our marketing department at the Shaw Wellness Clinic. Hola María, namaste. También llevo tiempo hoy trabajando en mi música, cosa que me encanta. Y también, cuidando de mi hija. So today I've had a very busy day. Working on music, I've been asked again to provide some more content for the Shaw Marketing Department, which is a great honor for me. And I have also been looking after my little daughter, Luth. Now, Luth is going to join us today for yoga, not here in front of the camera, but over in the other room. And that is a great honor to me. Luth, mi hija, se junta con nosotros en la clase hoy. Es un gran honor para mí. Es cierto que los efectos de la cuarentena se están mostrando en todos. Ya vamos más de 4 semanas encerrados todos en casa, sin posibilidad de tener una vida social, ni una vida laboral, ni de educación normal. Y es cierto que para nosotros que hemos trabajado ya mucho la mente, lo tenemos más fácil, casi como nos hemos preparado para el desastre. Para las personas con la mente menos fiable o para los jóvenes, son momentos, creo, más difíciles y por eso estoy aquí dando clase todos los días para ayudar a las personas que necesitan este ánimo, este empujón. Y mi hija hoy es una de estas personas. So my daughter is a young person who is in need of the warmth and the succor, hi Barbara, of yoga. She is having difficulty with discipline, with self-discipline, with keeping to her tasks, with self-care, which is normal. It's interesting to see many people putting memes on the internet about spending their days drinking, gaining weight, sitting on the sofa, playing video games. And it's normal that we allow ourselves to go down that route if we don't have other tools. And the tools that we have to have are faith and discipline. Entonces, llevo diciendo que muchos adultos también están faltando en su autocuidado. Hello. Están, por ejemplo, colgando los memes de pasar todo el día borracho o de quedarse en el sofá hasta las 3 de la mañana con videojuegos, de no vestirse. Y es muy curioso como simplemente bajando la guardia un poquito es muy fácil caer en esta trampa. So it's amazing to see how we just let our guard down a little bit and we immediately fall into some less constructive patterns. Now my daughter is 13 and so she doesn't have the tools established within herself yet. And so I am actually dedicating today's practice to all the young people, all the people who have had to have their lives so radically shifted. And voy a dedicar la práctica hoy a mi hija y los jóvenes que efectivamente han tenido que sacrificar todo para una enfermedad que tampoco entienden mucho. Voy a leeros una estrofa de los Yoga Sutras. I'm just going to read you one line of the Yoga Sutras, and it's very relevant to what we've been talking to today. Tiene mucha relevancia de lo que acabamos de comentar. En 1.13, que es donde hemos llegado, Dice, la práctica es básicamente el esfuerzo correcto requerido para mover hacia adelante, para mantener el estado de yoga. So, abhyasya is the name of the word. Entonces la palabra abhyasya so his practice is basically the correct effort required to move towards, reach, and maintain the state of yoga. So what Patanjali starts to speak to us about is the quality of the state of yoga. How do we reach it? And we reach it through effort, but also through being detached from the fruits of the effort. So we don't do yoga to lose weight. We don't do yoga to achieve a better mental state. We do yoga and we see what happens. And when we start to bring that feeling into our lives, we start to do things with a lot more joy. I don't play music because I want to get famous. I play music because I like playing music. You understand? And when we do things from a place of joy, from a place of peace, then we start to have a lot more joy and peace in our lives. And self-care is something that needs to be done from a place of joy. Looking after yourself is the most profound form of self-love, because when you're well, you have a lot more to give to the world, you have a lot more to give to other people. So we start with abhyasya. So thank you Patanjali, thank you Desikachar, and let's get started with the practice. Y voy a traducir rápidamente que abhyasya también se puede implicar con el autocuidado, porque lo hacemos porque sí, con desapego, lo hacemos porque sí. So, we're going to start on our knees. Vamos a empezar de rodillas. Dobla la estilla si te hace falta. You can double your mat if you need to. Okay? And we're just going to start with a little bit of cat-cow. Empezamos con gato y vaca. This is the inhale. Esta es la inspiración. This is the exhale. Esta es la expiración. Okay? In, ex. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. Always in and out through the nose in yoga. There's really very little reason to breathe through the mouth. Hay muy poco motivo para respirar con la boca. And we'll stay with a neutral back. Ponemos la espalda en la posición neutra y despegamos una mano y el pie opuesto. So we lift up one hand and the opposite foot. Look down to the mat, mira hacia abajo, hi Mar, and breathe, respira. Stretch, 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 all that you can. Estira, 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 todo lo que puedes. Tomamos un momento para dirigir nuestro amor hacia los jóvenes tan afectados por esta cuarentena. So we send our love to the young people of Spain who have been so disastrously affected by this quarantine. We wish them peace. We wish them social life. Les deseamos paz, la vida social. Vamos a cambiar de lados. We're going to change side. Exhale down. Inhale to the other side. Expira para bajar, inspira al otro lado, respiramos. Stretch, 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 estira, estira. Okay, last breath, la última respiración, and then we exhale down. Okay, we're going to do a little vinyasa. Vamos a hacer un pequeño vinyasa. Tomamos aire aquí, we breathe in. We exhale to sit down on the heels, bringing the head down. Expiramos para bajar los glúteos, bajando la cabeza. Y en la siguiente inspiración, subimos de rodillas y a la vez despegamos mano y rodilla opuesta. So the inhale lifts us up to all fours and lifts up our opposite hand and knee. And then we exhale all the way back down
onto the heels. La expiración es para bajar de nuevo a los talones. Entonces es como una flecha, it's like an arrow. Bing! And the recoil. Gonna do alternating sides a few times. Vamos a ir alternando lados unas cuantas veces. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Keep your breath even longer than the movement. Que la respiración sea un poquito más larga que el movimiento. Feels good, eh? Es una buena sensación, eh? Es que realmente sientes todas las células de tu cuerpo. You really feel all the cells of your body. You feel the warmth of the blood pumping. You feel the movement of the breath. You feel the texture of the mat, your clothing. Good. Last time on either side. La última vez de cada lado. Good. And then we're going to come down. You might be in a little bit of a different place. Just get there when you get there. We come down. We come up. Subimos de cuatro patas. And we push back into the downward dog pose. So get the feet on the floor. Press the hands down. And bring your biceps next to your ears. El bíceps al lado de las orejas. Respiramos. Breathe. And we're going to come back down onto the hands and knees. Volvemos a bajar a las rodillas. Y vamos a hacer la posición del tigre. So we do the tiger pose. Exhaling the knee forward, estirando para adelantar la rodilla. Keep the leg bent as you inhale and bring the heel up behind you. Manteniendo la pierna doblada. Cuando inspiras y llevas el talón hacia atrás. La rodilla hacia adelante. So exhale the knee forward. Inhale up and back. Inspira, levanta. Nice and slow. Lentamente. Good, and we're going to hold the pose for a couple of breaths. Vamos a aguantar la postura, unas respiraciones. Y bajamos la rodilla, we bring the knee down. And we'll do some transitions down to the child's pose. So nice little symmetrical rest in between sides. Vamos a hacer unas transiciones a la postura del niño. La contrapostura en simetría, en descanso, entre un lado y el otro. Respira. Good, last time, la última vez, y luego vamos al tigre del otro lado. Then we'll go to the tiger pose on the other side. You're starting to feel that life force moving. Empiezas a sentir esa fuerza vital moviéndose. Extra hacia adelante, in pie hacia atrás. So ex knee forward, in foot back. So concentrate on that feeling of life, of vitality moving. Hold the pose, aguanta la postura. And then we exhale down, and we come down to the child's pose. And now we're going to stay in the child's pose for a couple of breaths. Vamos a quedarnos aquí unas respiraciones. Inhale to come up, tomas aire para subir y vamos a sentarnos con las piernas abiertas y estiradas. So we're going to sit with the legs open and stretch. So this is yoga for small spaces. You might have to turn sideways on your mat like I do. ¿Vale? Eso es yoga para espacios pequeños. Tal vez tienes que girarte en la esterilla como estoy haciendo yo. Ok. Vamos a extender los brazos y a ver si tocamos los pies. So stretch the arms, see if you can grab onto your feet. If you have a little bit more range of motion, you might be able to get your fingers around your toes, for example. Okay? But just remember, all those young people or anyone who's struggling at this time with mental health issues, about self-discipline and about self-love and self-care. We'll just take a moment and direct our best energy to those people. And then we're going to do some dynamic movement. Vamos a hacer movimiento dinámico. Entonces, expirando para bajar lo que podemos. You exhale down and inhale to come back up. Inspira para volver a subir. Okay, and don't worry if your range of motion isn't so good. No te preocupes si no tienes tanto rango de movimiento. Hi, Karina! You can do it like this. This is easier too, because then you can use your arms. Si quieres apoyar los brazos así, entonces tienes la fuerza de los brazos para ayudarte a volver a subir. Okay? Pero yo voy a coger los pies. I'm going to grab my feet. And we'll come down to our point of maximum range of motion and stay there. And you might want to vary your arm position and bring them forward. Pues adelantar los brazos. Y te bajas a tu extensión o tu inclinación más completa. And then we're going to exhale and hold the breath out. Vamos a expirar y retener con los pulmones en vacío. Entonces, in, ex, and stop. Pausa. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale as you come back up. Use your hands. Toma aire. Mientras subes, usa las manos. Ok. Y vamos a llevar una mano al lado opuesto, girando la palma hacia arriba. So we take one hand over to the opposite side. I'm taking my right hand over to my left. And I'm going to inhale and raise my left arm and look up at my hand. Tomo aire, subo el brazo izquierdo, mira la mano. And as I exhale, I lean down towards the right. Entonces expiro, me inclino hacia la derecha. Si llegas a tocar el pie, pues estás estupendo. La mayoría de la gente no llega así. Puedes coger la cabeza si te hace falta. So most people don't reach their foot in a side bend. You can hold your head, okay? Just really remember self-care, self-love. Remember, self-discipline is the deepest form of self-love. I think one of the great confusions we have in our society is the idea that discipline is something that comes from outside. We think of a disciplinarian father, we think of a disciplinarian educational system, a disciplinarian work environment, and we forget that self-discipline is self-love. And then we're going to inhale and raise the arm and bring it back over to the side. La inspiración para llevar el brazo hacia abajo. And we use the arm to push ourselves up. Usamos el brazo para volver a sentarnos. We take the upturned palm over to the other side. La palma hacia arriba, hacia el otro lado. We inhale and raise our arm, tomamos aire, subimos el brazo, and we exhale to lean down over the leg and sweep the arm as far as we can. Entonces llevamos el brazo todo lo que podemos y respiramos. Feel your breath moving in the side of your body. Fill that space with light. Llena el espacio con luz. Long, slow, deep breath. You might find yourself moving deeper into the pose. Just gently, gently, let the breath move you. Deja que la respiración te adentra en la postura. And then we inhale to lift up the arm, tomamos aire para levantar el brazo. And then once the hand is back, we come and use the hand to sit back up. Usamos la mano para volver a sentarnos. Vamos a juntar los pies, las plantas de los pies. We join the soles of the feet, leaving a little distance between the pelvic, the groin and the feet. Dejamos espacio entre el suelo pélvico y los pies. Y vamos a bajar la cabeza todo lo que podemos. We bring the head down and breathe. And we come out of the pose using the hands. Usamos las manos para salir de la postura. Feels good, eh? Es una buena sensación. Vale, vamos a hacer algún equilibrio sentado. So we're going to do some seated balances. So we're going to start with just one leg bent and the elbow resting upon the knee. Empezamos con una pierna doblada y el codo descansando ahí. Nice and smooth. And we bring the foot down and we go to the other side. Bajamos el pie y pasamos al otro lado. Nos recordamos de nuestros jóvenes. We remember our young people. I have to say, when I was 13, if I'd been shut up in an apartment with my mom for a month, oh. Well, no, I would have been doing handstands on the sofa the whole time, but I think you get my point. Honestly, my heart goes out to people. Mi parte me rompe el corazón para algunas familias. Okay, vamos a subir las dos piernas. We're going to bring both legs up. So, the technique is this. La técnica es eso. Primero, tienes que encontrar tu punto de equilibrio aquí. So you have to find your balance point here. Now, some people are going to find that they need to roll a bit more. Algunas personas sienten que tienen que rollar un poquito hacia abajo más. Yo, sin embargo, puedo sentarme bastante recta sobre el sacrum. So I can sit pretty flat on my sacrum. So just find your balance point. Now, if this is enough for you, si eso es suficiente para ti, como si ya aquí sientes que estás echando atrás, quédate aquí. So if you feel like here, you're already in danger of falling backwards, don't do anything more. You can experiment with lifting one leg, puedes experimentar con estirar una pierna, a ver qué tal te dan los dos lados, so you can see how you do on both sides. And for those really adventurous folks, para los aventureros, ¿qué tal? And straight back, la espalda estirada. Okay, very good, muy bien. Vamos a bajar los pies, feet down, and we'll walk on our bums. One of my very favorite exercises. Vamos a caminar un poquito de culito. Good. Now we'll walk to the front of the mat. Vamos a la parte delantera de la espiria. Yo pongo la coleta de un lado, so I put my ponytail to one side. And we kind of come back to the pose we were just in. Volvemos a la posición donde estábamos antes. Los pies levantados, the feet off the floor. But this time we're going to roll down to the back. Esta vez vamos a rodar para bajar de espalda. So we're going to roll. And just do a nice soft roll, okay? Suavemente. Mira como mis piernas son la cosa que, como el motor. So the legs are kind of the motor of this. You have to stretch and bend. And in a minute we're going to stay with the feet in the air. En un momento quedamos con los pies en el aire. Y vamos a poner las manos en la espalda. So we're going to hold the back with the hands. Okay? So just nice and soft, okay? Suavemente. No giras la cabeza, por favor. Don't turn to look at your computer screen. Just listen, escucha. Vamos a bajar un pie detrás de la cabeza y estirar una pierna hacia arriba. So we're going to bring one foot down behind the head and point one foot up at the ceiling. Don't turn your head, no giras la cabeza. And we'll switch legs, cambiamos de piernas. And then we bring both feet down behind the head. Bajamos los dos pies detrás de la cabeza. And we stretch the arms out and roll the back carefully down. Estiramos los brazos y suavemente vamos bajando la espalda. So sit down on your hands and stretch your legs out on the mat. Siéntate sobre las manos y estira las piernas en la estilla. Press down with your elbows into the mat so you start to lift yourself up through your mid-body. Haz fuerza hacia abajo con los codos y así te levantas en el centro del cuerpo. Y poco a poco vas subiendo los hombros, los omóplatos, so you slowly start to lift up the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Relax your chin and mouth, relaja la mandíbula, la boca. Respira, breathe. Close your eyes, cierra los ojos. Concéntrate en tu entrecejo. Focus on the center of your forehead. And we'll just slowly come down, bajamos suavemente. Quitamos las manos desde abajo, so we take the hands out from under the body, and now they're just down by the sides. Ahora las manos están al lado del cuerpo. Despegamos los pies de la estilla, we lift the feet up off the floor, and then we stretch the legs out so that the feet look at the ceiling. Estiramos las piernas para que los pies miran al cielo. Push your head into the floor. Haz fuerza hacia abajo con la cabecita. Cierra los ojos. Concéntrate en tu entrecejo. So close your eyes, concentrate on the center of your forehead. Feel like instead of breathing through your nose, you're breathing through there. Siente que en vez de respirar por la nariz, respiras por el entrecejo. Vamos bajando los pies, so we bring the feet down. And we're going to turn over onto the belly. Nos damos la vuelta. Nos tumbamos boca abajo. Ponemos los codos en el suelo, so the elbows are on the floor. The feet are a little bit separated, los pies ligeramente separados. Heads down, la cabeza hacia abajo. Y luego inspiramos para venir a apoyarnos levantando el pecho y la cabeza, apoyándonos sobre los codos. So we're sitting on the elbows, hands flat, lift up the chest and the chin. Breathe. Keep your shoulders low, like your shoulder blades are crawling down your back. Los omóplatos hacia abajo. And we exhale down, expiramos para bajar. Get the feet on the floor, ponte los pies en el suelo. Levántate de nuevo sobre los codos y ahora levanta las caderas. So come back onto your elbows and now lift up your hips. Look down in between your arms, your forearms. Mira hacia abajo entre los antebrazos. Respira. And we bring the knees down, stretch back, bajamos las rodillas, estiramos hacia abajo. Okay, now, in a moment, we are going to bring our head down onto the mat in a posture that would take us to the headstand, but we're not going to do the headstand today. Hoy no vamos a hacer el pino, pero esa postura nos acerca a esta inversión tan valiosa. So it's such a wonderful pose, the headstand. So to line yourself up, you need to cross your arms. Para alinear, tienes que cruzar los antebrazos. Luego tienes que abrir las manos para hacer un triángulo. So you open up the hands to make a triangle and you interlace the fingers and separate the palms. Entrelazando los dedos, separas las palmas. Okay? Te subes de rodillas y das un pequeño paso atrás. So you come up on your knees, you do a little bit of a step back. You inhale, tomas aire. And as you exhale, you round your shoulders and bring the crown of your head down in the middle of the hands. Al expirar, redondeas los hombros y bajas la coronilla entre las manos. Y aquí respiras. So just stay here and breathe. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then we're just going to sit down into the child's pose. Bajamos a la postura del niño, los brazos al lado de las piernas. So bring your arms down next to your legs. Breathe. Good. And then we just slowly sit up and we come to lie on our backs. Vamos a sentarnos para luego tumbarnos boca arriba. Ya vamos a la fase descendente, so we come to the descending phase of our practice. And we'll do a little soft vinyasa. Vamos a hacer un vinyasa suave. Entonces, separa las manos un poquito del cuerpo, las palmas hacia abajo. Separate your hands a little bit from your body. Palms down. Breathe in, toma aire. And when you breathe out, bring your knees to your chest. Al expirar, lleva las rodillas al pecho. When you inhale, bring your feet down and then lift your hips. Al inspirar, bajas los pies y luego levantas caderas. Exhale down, expira para bajar y terminando la expiración con las rodillas al pecho. So we finish the exhale by moving the knees. In, feet down, hips up, pies abajo, caderas arriba. Exhale, hips down, knees in. Caderas abajo, piernas adentro. Y así, tal cual. So we just keep doing that. Last time, and we stay with the hips in the air. La última vez y quedamos con las caderas en el aire. Haciendo fuerza hacia abajo con los brazos. Press down with your hands. Breathe. Last breath, última respiración y luego bajamos el tronco y al llegar abajo quedamos sin respirar. So we bring the body down and when we get to the bottom we stay there for a moment without breathing. Empty your lungs, vacía los pulmones. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and point your feet at the sky. Toma aire, pies al cielo. Respira. Exhale the knees down, expira para bajar las rodillas. Toma aire, breathe in. And then exhale the knees down to the mat on one side. Look to the opposite direction. Respira para bajar las rodillas hacia un lado, mira al otro lado. Respira. Just feel that life force moving in you. Siente esa fuerza vital moviéndose. Tú puedes conectar con esta sensación siempre. Forma parte de ti. You can connect with this feeling of vitality whenever. It's inside you. It's a part of you. It's just that no one ever tells us that. Nadie nos cuenta eso. Vamos a cambiar de lado, so we'll change sides. We inhale the knees centered, tomamos aire, rodillas centro. And we exhale down to the other side. Look opposite. Expiramos al otro lado, mira al lado opuesto. And we inhale the knees to the center, tomamos aire, llevamos las rodillas al centro y abrazamos las rodillas recogiéndonos a la bolita más pequeña posible. So we hold the knees, make ourselves the littlest, tiniest ball possible. We breathe, respiramos. Inhale to stretch. Tomamos aire para estirar. Y soltamos. We let it all go. Come up to a seated position in your own time. Siéntate en tu tiempo. Vale. Vamos a hacer un ritmo Brahmana. So we're going to do a Brahmana rhythm of breath. Brahmana is like an upward moving. It's like to get to bring energy into the body as opposed to relaxing stuff. I mean, it's all relaxing, but Brahmana has that sort of upward moving, effervescent sort of quality to it. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4. Tomamos aire contando 4. And then we're going to hold the breath for a count of 7. Retenemos la respiración 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y expiramos 6. So we exhale 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's inhale 4, la inspiración 4, la retención 7, retain for 7, and exhale 6, expira 6. In for 4, hold for 7, exhale 6. Okay, just like that. Good. And I think our time is coming to an end. Creo que ya nuestro tiempo se está terminando con la clase. Casi es la hora de la pausa, so it's almost time to applaud our health workers. I hope you're still doing it. Espero que sigues haciéndolo. Keep with our breathing pattern for a couple more breaths. Quedamos con nuestro patrón de respiración, unas respiraciones más. Good. And then we're just going to take a moment to do a little bit of body tapping. Vamos a hacer un poquito de percusión corporal. Frotamos las manos, rub the hands. Make sure your hands are nice and soft. Sacude un poco las manos para que los dedos no son duritos. Y vamos a empezar haciendo pequeñas percusiones en la cabecita. So we start just by tapping around our head, all around. La carita, the face. La nuca, the back of the neck. Come around to the thyroid, la zona del tiroide. Clavícula, clavicle, over your shoulders, anything under los hombros, esternons, sternum, coracoid process, el proceso coracoide, eso es el hueco delante del hombro, it's a little dip in front of the shoulder. Okay, we'll come down onto the floating false ribs, las costillas falsas y flotantes, y detrás también, so behind as well. Zona pélvica, come around your pelvis, sacrum, ischium, ilium, pelvic, y luego por las piernas. So come down. You might want to do a little bit of palm tapping aquí, un poquito con las palmas de las manos. Okay. Luego a terminar esto, observamos lo que sentimos en la piel. So when you finish this, observe what you feel from your skin. Close your eyes and feel. Cierra los ojos, siente. Eso. La vida, life. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Be good to yourself. Ámate. Cuídate. Sea cuidadosa contigo mismo. Vamos a tener un Om Shri Vrisi Namaha para que vuelvan nuestras economías a su sitio. So we're going to do an Om Shri Vrisi Namaha so we can bring our economic situation back to where it should be. Om Shri Vrisi Namaha. Om Shri Vrisi Namaha. Om Shri Vrisi Namaha. And then we just slowly bid ourselves good evening, lentamente. Saludamos, deseando paz, amor, y todas estas buenas cosas para el mundo. We desire peace and love and all these beautiful things for the world. Namaste, bendiciones, blessings, and thank you, gracias. Om Shri Vrisi Namaha.
Om Shrim Brizhi Namaha. Om Shrim Brizhi Namaha. Om